Her mom said, "Don't ruin our family over a mistake," after she cheated with her brother-in-law. So I walked away from all of them. Now the family is destroyed, and she found me helping her sister move out. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Hey Reddit, throwaway account for obvious reasons. Aita for helping my ex-wife's sister escape the family mess after my ex cheated with her husband? This all went down a couple of years ago, but the final twist happened just last month, and I need to get it off my chest. Buckle up, it's a doozy involving cheating, toxic in-laws, and some serious karma. I'll break it down step by step. I met Emily in college. She was this vibrant, outgoing art major with big dreams of opening her own gallery someday. I was studying IT, the practical type, always planning ahead. We hit it off because opposites attract, right? I fell hard. Her laugh, her energy, the way she made every day feel like an adventure. After graduation, we got married young, at 24. I thought we were building something solid. From the start, I was the loyal one. I took a steady job at a tech firm, even though it meant long hours, so she could pursue her passions without worrying about bills. Emily bounced between freelance gigs and part-time jobs, always chasing that creative spark. I supported her every step, paid for her art classes, helped her network at events, even skipped a promotion that would have required relocating because she didn't want to leave her family behind. Her folks lived in the same suburb we settled in, and family was everything to her. Or so she said. Flashback to one of those sacrifices. About 5 years into our marriage, I got offered a senior role that came with a big raise, but meant moving 2 states away. Emily freaked out. "Alex, my mom's health isn't great, and Laura's going through stuff with Mark. We can't just uproot everything." Laura's her younger sister, married to Mark, this slick real estate guy who always acted like he had it all figured out. So I turned it down, stayed put, told myself it was for us, for the family we'd built. We talked about kids someday, but Emily kept saying, "Not yet. I'm not ready to slow down." Looking back, the mistreatment started creeping in subtly. Emily began pulling away emotionally. She'd stay out late, networking, or at family dinners I wasn't invited to because it's just girl time with Mom and Laura. I'd come home to an empty house, make dinner for one, and scroll through her social media where she'd post cryptic stuff like craving excitement in this routine life, with heart emojis. It stung, but I brushed it off as her artistic mood swings. Then came the comparisons. Over dinner one night, she'd say things like, "Mark just closed this huge deal, bought Laura a new car. Must be nice to have that kind of drive." I'd nod, swallow my pride, and think, I'm providing stability here. That's what matters. It escalated. She'd flake on our date nights, claiming family emergencies, but I'd see photos online of her laughing with Mark at some bar. Mark, her sister's husband. I confronted her once, gently. "Hey, what's going on? You seem distant." She'd gaslight me. "You're being paranoid, Alex. He's family." I felt like a backup plan, always there, but never the priority. The disrespect built up, little digs about my boring job, how I played it safe, while others took risks. I poured everything into our marriage, thinking loyalty would fix it. But deep down, confusion set in. How did I miss this? Was I too focused on being the good guy? I loved her enough to ignore the red flags, telling myself it was just a phase. That phase turned out to be something much worse. It all blew up one weekend at a family barbecue at her parents' place. I'd been working overtime, so I showed up late, exhausted but trying to make an effort. The backyard was full, Emily's mom, dad, Laura, Mark, a few cousins. I walked in through the side gate, and that's when I saw it. Emily and Mark, off by the shed, way too close. She was giggling, her hand on his arm, and then he leaned in for a kiss. Not a peck, a full, passionate one. My stomach dropped. I froze, heart pounding, like the world tilted. I didn't cause a scene. That's not me. Instead, I slipped back out, drove home in a daze, and waited. Questions swirled. How long? Why him of all people? What about Laura? The unfairness hit hard. I'd given up so much for this family, and here they were, betraying everyone. Emily came home hours later, smelling like barbecue smoke and something else. Perfume, maybe. She acted normal at first, chatting about the food, but I couldn't hold it in. "Emily," I said, keeping my voice steady, "I saw you. With Mark. At the barbecue." She stopped, her face paling for a split second before she recovered. Then, that smug look crept in, the one I'd seen when she won arguments. She crossed her arms, like I was the one in the wrong for bringing it up. "Oh, Alex," she sighed, rolling her eyes. "It wasn't what you think. But fine, let's talk. Yeah, something happened with Mark. A few times, actually. It's not like I planned it. He just gets me, you know? You're always so predictable, buried in your spreadsheets and routines. Mark's exciting. He takes risks, makes me feel alive. I deserve that." I stared at her, the words slicing through me. Deserve? After everything? But I stayed calm, hands clenched at my sides. "So that's it. You're cheating with your sister's husband because I'm predictable." She laughed, a short, dismissive bark. "Cheating sounds so dramatic. It's more like an upgrade. We've been drifting apart anyway. You focus on bills and stability. I need passion. Mark and I connect on a deeper level. He listens to my dreams without judging. And honestly, Alex, you're holding me back. I thought marriage would be more than this boring life. It's not your fault. You're just not enough for me anymore." Her twisted logic floored me. She made it sound like my loyalty was the problem, like being reliable was a flaw. I felt the confusion peak. How can she justify this? Destroying 2 marriages like it's nothing? But I didn't beg or yell. I just nodded, the decision forming in my mind. "If that's how you feel, then we're done." That's when her family got involved. She must have called them right after, because within an hour, her mom was banging on our door. Emily let her in, and suddenly, it was an intervention. Her mom, this overbearing woman who'd always treated me like an outsider despite my efforts, plopped down on the couch like she owned the place. "Alex, don't be ridiculous," her mom snapped, waving a hand. "Emily told me everything. It was a mistake, a silly fling. People slip up, it happens in families. Don't ruin our family over this. Think about Laura, about all of us. Mark's stressed with work. Emily was just comforting him. You walk away now, and you're the one tearing everyone apart. Be the bigger man, forgive and move on." I looked between them, the hypocrisy burning. Emily nodded along, smug as ever. "Mom's right, Alex. It's not a big deal. We can work through it. I'll cut back on seeing Mark, mostly." Her dad called my phone then, his voice gruff on speaker. "Son, families stick together. Emily's young. She didn't mean it. Don't throw away 8 years over jealousy." Jealousy? It was betrayal, plain and simple. But I didn't argue. The silence stretched as I processed the unfairness, their enabling, her dismissal, like my pain didn't count. This isn't just her, it's all of them. I stood up, grabbed a duffel bag from the closet, and started packing essentials, clothes, laptop, a few photos of us from happier times that I ended up leaving behind. "What are you doing?" Emily asked, her tone shifting to annoyed. "Leaving," I said flatly. "You want excitement? Have it. Without me." Her mom jumped up. "Alex, stop this nonsense. You're overreacting. Sit down and talk like adults." I zipped the bag, met her eyes. "I've talked enough. This family you care so much about. I'm not part of it anymore." Emily huffed. "Fine, go. You'll come crawling back when you realize no one else wants your safe, dull life." I walked out without another word, got in my car, and drove to a motel. No dramatic exit, no pleas. Just detachment. That night, alone in the dim room, the weight hit me. The confusion, the silence of betrayal echoing. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? I sat with it for days, blocking their numbers, staring at the ceiling, letting the unfairness simmer before deciding to rebuild. Little did I know, karma was just warming up. The days after walking out blurred into weeks of raw silence. I checked into that motel for a night, then found a cheap apartment on the other side of town. Nothing fancy, just a 1-bedroom with a view of a parking lot. I blocked Emily, her parents, Laura, Mark, everyone tied to that toxic web. No social media stalking, no second guessing. I needed space to process, and damn, did I sit with it. The unfairness gnawed at me those first few nights. Why defend her? Why minimize what she did? I'd replay the conversations, her smug justifications twisting like a knife. I'd given up that promotion, my hobbies, chunks of my identity to fit into their family. And for what? To be discarded like yesterday's news. But I didn't spiral. Instead, I channeled it into quiet action. Got back into the gym, something Emily always mocked as vain, and started running every morning, clearing my head with each step. At work, I threw myself into projects, finally pursuing that certification I'd put off. My boss noticed. Within months, I landed a raise and a remote option that let me work from anywhere. Therapy helped too, a neutral voice to unpack the confusion without judgment. "You're not the villain here," the counselor said. It clicked slowly. This wasn't about me being not enough. It was her choices, they're enabling. My internal voice shifted from vulnerable what-ifs to a clearer resolve. This silence is my power. I'm rebuilding without their noise. I heard bits about the fallout through old mutual friends. Not that I asked, but word travels in small suburbs. At first, Emily played the victim. She'd post vague updates online about growth through pain and finding herself, still smug, like she'd won some prize. Mark, that slick bastard, apparently kept up the affair for a bit, parading her around like a trophy while Laura was left in the dark. But cracks showed fast. Laura confronted them after finding hotel receipts or something. Details fuzzy, but it exploded. She kicked Mark out, filed for divorce, and the family imploded. Karma hit Emily like a freight train, slow at first, then all at once. Mark, turns out, was unstable as hell, a serial cheater with a gambling habit he'd hidden. He'd used Emily for the thrill, whispering promises of leaving Laura, but once the affair went public, he bailed. Dumped her via text, from what I heard. This was fun, but too messy now. Left her high and dry, no apologies. Emily unraveled. Lost her freelance gigs because clients caught wind of the drama. Small art world, reputations matter. She moved back in with her parents, but that didn't last. Her mom, the great enabler, started blaming Emily for ruining everything, leading to screaming matches that neighbors gossiped about. Her dad withdrew, barely speaking to anyone. The family gatherings? Cancelled. Holidays alone. Mutual friends distanced themselves after hearing Laura's side. Turns out, Emily had been bad-mouthing me for months to cover her tracks. Laura reached out once, about 6 months in, through a work email I'd forgotten to update. She apologized for the family, said she'd always liked me, and that the truth had opened her eyes. I kept it brief, no deep dives, but it planted a seed. Meanwhile, Emily's isolation deepened. She tried dating apps, but word got around, suburb drama travels fast. Financially, she tanked. Without my steady income, bills piled up, and her creative jobs dried up. Friends told me she looked rough, stressed, alone, posting desperate pleas for positive vibes that got crickets. I let it all breathe, not rushing. My arc. Months turned to a year, then more. The confusion faded into calm clarity. I've sat with the betrayal long enough. Now it's time to rise. I started dating casually. Met someone new. Let's call her Sarah. A kind, driven woman who valued stability without mocking it. No rush, but it felt real. My life upgraded. Better job, new friends. Even traveled solo to places Emily always vetoed. The unfairness? It fueled me, but didn't define me anymore. I was detached, at peace. And that's when Emily's desperation kicked in. It started small, about a year after the split. An unknown number texted, "Alex, it's Emily. Can we talk? I miss you." I ignored it. Then voicemails piled up, tearful at first, then insistent. Her family joined the fray, their toxicity on full display. Her mom left messages. "This has gone on long enough. You're being childish, Alex. Come back and fix this family. Fix it." Like it was my mess. One evening, my phone buzzed nonstop. I answered once, curiosity winning, but kept it on speaker, detached. "Alex?" "Oh God, finally." Emily's voice cracked, but there was an edge. "I've been trying to reach you. Things with Mark, it was a huge mistake. He used me, manipulated me. I'm so sorry. I see now how good we had it. You were always there for me." I stayed silent a beat, then calm. "What do you want, Emily?" "To talk. To make it right. I know I hurt you, but we can rebuild. Remember our trips? The plans?" I was confused, but I'm clear now. "Please." Her hypocrisy dripped, blaming Mark like she hadn't chosen him smugly. You said I wasn't enough. That you deserve better. Sounds like you got it. She paused, then twisted. I was wrong, okay? Stressed from work, family pressure. Mom says you owe it to us to try. Don't be stubborn. Right on cue, her mom grabbed the phone. Alex, listen here. Emily suffered enough. That fling. Water under the bridge. You're the man of the house. Act like it. Come over for dinner. We'll sort it. Unpleasant as ever, demanding like I was still their pawn. I felt nothing. No sympathy, no pull. I'm not interested. Don't call again. But they escalated. Emily showed up at my old office. Thank God I'd switched to remote. A coworker texted, "Some woman's asking for you." Looks upset. Then emails from her dad. "Son, think of the good times." Emily's depressed. You walking away made it worse. Guilt trips, manipulation, their true colors shining. A few weeks later, another call, her tone shifting to desperate anger. Alex, pick up. How can you ignore me like this? After everything? I gave you 8 years. I answered, firm. You threw those away, not me. She snapped. You're heartless. Mark was abusive, you know? Left me broke, alone. And you're just fine? Mom's right. You're destroying us. Laura's divorcing. Dad's drinking. This is your fault for not forgiving. Power reversal clear. Her smugness gone. Replaced by fury at my indifference. My fault. You chose this. Goodbye, Emily. She hung up screaming obscenities. Her family doubled down. Rude texts from her mom. Selfish prick. You'll regret this. I blocked the new numbers, the attempts peaking in pathetic waves. It revealed everything. Their entitlement, her hypocrisy. But I stayed composed, focused on my growth. The desperation only confirmed I'd dodged a bullet. Until the final twist. Last month, Laura emailed again. Alex, need your help. Moving out of mom and dad's. It's toxic here. Could use an extra hand with boxes? No pressure. She'd been through hell, and unlike the others, she'd owned the family's mess. I agreed. Neutral ground. Helping a friend in need. I pulled up to the old family home, truck loaded for hauling. The place looked run down. Peeling paint, overgrown yard, a far cry from the polished barbecues. Laura greeted me at the door, looking tired but determined. Thanks for coming. It's a mess inside. We loaded boxes in silence at first, her venting a bit. Mark's abuse exposed, the family's denial crumbling. Mid-move, tires screeched, Emily's car. She stormed out, eyes wild, spotting me. Alex? What the hell? You're helping her? After ignoring me, Laura froze. I kept stacking a box, calm. This isn't about you, Emily. She marched up, desperate and furious. It is. I've been begging you back, and you're here with my sister? Mom was right. You're ruining us. Mark left because of the drama you started. I'm broke, alone, help me. Her logic twisted again, blaming me for her downfall. I set the box down, met her eyes indifferently. You said I was predictable, not enough. You chose excitement. Looks like it worked out. Tears streamed, but anger flared. I was wrong. Please, Alex. We can fix this. Mom and Dad want you back too. Don't leave me like this. I glanced at Laura, then back. I've built a life without you. Better job, real peace, someone who values me. You're irrelevant now. This conversation? Over. She grabbed my arm. You can't just. I stepped back. Goodbye, Emily. As I helped Laura drive away, my phone buzzed. A call from Sarah, my girlfriend, checking in. Emily saw the name on the screen, her face crumbling. The reversal hit. Family destroyed by their own hands. Me thriving, her sidelined. I felt nothing for her, just free. Reddit. AITA for walking away and not looking back? Updates if needed, but honestly, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.